All right, let's go to breakouts here. We'll go Dave, Heath, Jamie. Dave, your favorite breakout quarterback is blank.
It's Trevor Lawrence. Expecting a huge season from him, upgraded weapons, and chance to do better than the 22 points per game he had during his best stretch last year.
Sorry, Heath.
Oh, I'm second. Okay, I was so shocked by Dave giving me the free space that I'll take Justin Fields. I think that Justin Fields will be the best breakout quarterback and finish as the top 5 guy this year.
But didn't he break out last year? Or are you saying he'll be better than he was during his big stretch last year?
Well, I think Lawrence's big stretch last year was much better than 22 fantasy points per game.
Yeah, I think so.
Like Lawrence had a 4 or 5 game stretch where, I mean, Adam's talked about it before, where he was a top 3 or 4 fantasy quarterback.
His last
They're
6
both
games
breakouts.
were
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, come on.
No, they are both breakouts. Trevor Lawrence in a 5-game stretch, he was the number 4 quarterback overall, number 2 per game, and 6 point per passing touchdowns, on pace for 4,900 yards, 44 touchdowns. Then the last 3 games of the season, he slumped. We can get into that a little bit later. I think there are some excuses in there for at least 2 of the games. But all right, Lawrence and Fields are the obvious breakouts. Jamie, is that were you going to say one of them?
No, I'll say Tua. I think, again, another quarterback that we saw have some very good moments, but it wasn't sustained. And, if he stays healthy, should have an amazing, amazing season. He could be, I heard one NFL person say that, and they have some ties to covering the Dolphins, say that Tua could be the next 5,000-yard passer in Dolphins history. I think that's a stretch. But, he's going to have, I think, the chance, if he stays healthy, again, 4,500 yards and, maybe 40 touchdowns, which is going to be a good spot for, where you're drafting him. So Tua, like I said, I put, the way I tier it, I put those 3 guys, not Fields, but Lawrence, Richardson, and Tua in the same tier, because I think all 3 of these guys, as Heath phrased it as perfectly as you can, they have as huge a ceiling as you can find, and you're getting them later, and then you can still pair them with somebody else.
Okay, so if we focus on Fields and Lawrence as the breakout candidates, the guys that are being drafted, with a guy like Justin Herbert, who just 2 seasons ago was the number 3 quarterback in fantasy, similarly to Lamar Jackson, a little after Lamar Jackson, but I take Fields over Jackson personally. Do any of you, and I think I know where this is going, it's going to be Heath on Trevor Lawrence, do any of you not really think, are any of you not in on this movement of Fields and Lawrence being big breakouts and league winners, basically?
I think they're all good breakout candidates. And I am becoming more interested in buying Lawrence as a breakout the more clips I see of Calvin Ridley looking like Calvin Ridley. If he gets through all of training camp healthy, I may be all the way in. But he is the one that I'm least excited about.
Okay, take it for what it's worth, just on Lawrence while we're here. So, we have all of our reporters at training camp stops, and the mayor of Jacksonville, Pete Prisco, was just in Jaguars camp, and I talk to Pete all the time. And he said that Trevor looked amazing, that they're not worried at all about Calvin's toe injury, and he's got so much upside. So there's, like, if you are inclined to wait, and again, I think the waiting conversation for this position changes a little bit now, because it used to be wait until like the 10 through 15 group, but you can get a league winner. Herbert at 7, Lawrence at 8, Tua at 9, Richardson at 10, whatever you want, however you want to see those guys ranked, because they're going to go after everybody else in front of them. You're going to be very happy about those guys if they hit. Now, they have to hit, clearly, but you're going to be very happy if they do.
There is an enormous difference. Like the public right now is viewing Lawrence basically as Fields, and then Tua's 40 picks later. But right now, Lawrence and Fields are both at pick 50. Tua's at pick 90.
Do you think that's more, though, concern about Fields still, as opposed to hype about Lawrence? Because that's the way I view it. I think it's still more the public is, can Fields get there?
But they're drafting him, with the same spot as Lawrence. I think the point for Heath was that they're drafting Tua so much later. What I find...
Oh, yeah. No, I understand.
What I find almost hypocritical is that, based on the comments I see, the Tua thing is so much about injury. I feel like...
Well, how is it not?
What's that?
But how is it not? That's
no. What's hypocritical to me is that nobody's downgrading Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle. If you have both of them, one in the first round, one in the second round, what are you thinking that's going to happen with Tua Tagovailoa? He's going to get hurt and miss half the season, because then you probably should adjust. This is,
But isn't that more a Waddle? Because still Tyreek was fine.
I don't.
But they're not giving you what you're drafting them to do if Tua
Yeah.
isn't there. I think the Dolphins made a good move by getting Mike White, and I think they're
But
far
apparently
more prepared.
he's not running away with the second job though.
No,
So
I know he's not.
you got to feel good about Skylar Thompson then again.
Yeah.
That,
All right,
that's okay.